Good day, everyone. I'm Marisa Fabia, your physical education teacher. Before we start, I want you to ask yourself this question. Am I physically fit? Now, you're already done asking yourselves, are you really physically fit? Let us see. For this quarter, our first lesson is all about physical fitness. What is physical fitness? Physical fitness is a state of health and well-being and, more specifically, the ability to perform aspects of sports, occupations, and daily activities. It is generally achieved through proper nutrition, moderate vigorous physical exercises, and sufficient rest. So that is physical fitness. If you are physically fit, you can do anything, you can go everywhere you want. So, how to become a physically fit? There are 5 health-related fitness to become a physically fit. Number 1, we have here the cardiovascular endurance. The cardiovascular endurance is the ability of your heart, lungs, and blood vessels to supply oxygen to your body tissues during sustained physical activity. This allows the body to endure physical movement for a period of time. So what are the examples or activities you can do to improve your cardiovascular endurance? Okay, we have here the examples are running, jogging, and the most important is swimming. So those are the activities you can do to improve your cardiovascular endurance. The second one is the muscular strength. The muscular strength is the maximum amount of force a muscle can exert in a single effort. The achievement of muscular strength depends on factors like gender, age, and inherited physical attributes. So what are the activities to improve your muscular strength? We have here the picture, the example picture, weightlifting. Weightlifting is the most important to improve your muscular strength. If you can lift an object or you can push an object, masasabi mong you have the muscular strength. May lakas ka na para magbuhat at magtulak ng isang bagay. So to improve your muscular strength, dapat magsagawa ka ng activity na naaayon para ma-improve ang muscular strength mo. Next is the muscular endurance. It's the ability of the muscle to continue to perform without fatigue. Okay, to perform without fatigue. Yung paulit-ulit mong ginagawa. Like sa muscular endurance, kung nakakabuhat ka na, nakakatulak ka na ng isang bagay, ikaw na ay may strength. Pero sa endurance, kung paulit-ulit mo siyang ginagawa, sasabi mo na may endurance ka. Like stairs, yung pagtaas at pagbaba mo ng stairs. Kung paulit-ulit mo na yung ginagawa na hindi ka napapagod, I'm sure na may muscular endurance ka na. So these are the examples of activity to improve your muscular endurance. The planking. Kung sasagawa ka na ng planking ng ilang minuto at magagawa mo na siya, masasabi mo na siya may muscular endurance ka na. Next is the flexibility. Flexibility is the ability to bend and move the joints through the full range of motion. This flexibility is applicable for those who are gymnasts. Okay, how to develop? What are the activities you have to do to improve your flexibility? Stretching. Yes, stretching is the best way to improve your flexibility. And the last one is the body composition. Body composition is the first percentage of fat, bone, water, and muscle in human body. It is often the ratio of lean tissue to fat tissue in the body. So I have here the picture, the examples on kung paano mo masusukat yung body fat mo. Number 1 is the calipers. Makikita mo ito sa iba't ibang clinic. Number 2 is the hydrostatic weighing. Ito yung ilulubog ka sa tubig para lang masukat yung kaano na yung fat mo. And the last one is the 3D body scanner. I-scan lang. Alam nyo na yan. Okay, so those are the 5 health-related fitness na makakatulong for you to become a physically fit. Number 1 is cardiovascular endurance. Number 2, muscular strength. Number 3, muscular endurance. Number 4, flexibility. And the last one is the body composition. But, there are 2 barriers. Kahit na gustong-gusto mong gawin ang mga physical activities na yan, kung may mga barriers na hindi mo magawa. Okay, so there are 2 barriers to physical activity. Number 1, the personal barriers. It includes insufficient time to exercise. Wala kang time. Number 2, inconvenience of exercises. Number 3, lack of self-motivation. Walang nagmo-motivate sa'yo na gawin mo ang isang activity. Okay, number 4, non-enjoyment, burden of exercise. Non-enjoyment, yung ginagawa mo lang para kay para kay teacher, pero hindi ka nag-i-enjoy. Okay. Number 5 is lack of confidence. Wala kang confidence na gagawin ang isang bagay. Number 6, fear of being injured or having injured recently. Ito yung kinakatakutan mo na baka may mangyari. Wala kang confidence sa sarili mo. May takot ka. Okay, next. Lack of self-management. Wala kang self-management. And next, the environmental barriers. In environmental barriers, there are, number 1, the environment in which we live has great influence on our level of physical activity. Many factors in our environment affect us. The environment, sa kinatatayuan ng bahay mo, siguro, maingay, magulo, hindi mo magawa yung mga activities na gusto mong gawin to improve or to become a physically fit. Number 2, non-availability of parks, sidewalks, bicycle trails, or safe and pleasant walking paths. Yun, wala kang pwesto kung saan mo gagawin yung activity na dapat mong gawin to become a physically fit. And number 3, availability of public transportation such as traffic, crime, and pollution. Mabaho, traffic. Okay, so those are the 2 barriers. And the last one is the lack of encouragement support for companionship from family and friends. Lack of encouragement. Walang nag-i-encourage sa'yo para gawin mo ang isang bagay to become a physically fit. Okay, so those are the pictures. Now, if you have questions and queries about our lesson today, you can text me or you can contact me through Messenger or phone call. Thank you and stay safe.